Raday, Leavy.
Okay, so my boy wants to know what I think about the whole Pacquiao versus Bradley fight. For those of you that don't know, Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley fought, and for what it's worth, Pacquiao dominated the fight, and Bradley still walked away with the split decision. A lot of people are saying that this is the end of boxing, that this is just an injustice. I mean, it is. I saw it, but I'll get on that later. People saying that this is just the biggest injustice in boxing, or that a whole bunch of other stuff. But for what it's worth, my little 2 cents. Okay, look, I did see the fight, and there's a lot of good stuff I saw about it. I thought Pacquiao won, personally. I was being generous. I gave it eight rounds to 4. But that's being generous. That's what I did. And but shouts out to Bradley for being a game opponent. Let me just say, like, it was great to see somebody step into the ring with Manny Pacquiao and not come out with their fucking face looking like a meat grinder. Like, just, like, dude was tough. And dude, win, loss, or draw, one thing you could say about Bradley, even with, I think he broke, like, broke both of his feet and still was in it. And that's balls, right? But okay, obviously the judging, I can't tell you why. I don't think anybody was paid off. I just think that it's just a bunch of old heads that are just past their time now. They say one theory was Pacquiao was watching the fight and held up the fight. He was watching the basketball game with the Heat and Celtics, and he held up the fight. And you know how old people are. They don't like to be left waiting on, these young kids, and they da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And, so because he did that, they judged a lot more harshly on him, or they, just a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, they say that Pacquiao was leaving uh, his promotion company, and this was Bob Arum's way of saying, you leave, like, I could do anything, just some mob stuff. But for what it's worth, look, boxing has always been corrupt. I mean, it's always been, like, it's always been corrupt. Like, I can't go through the history, like, just look up corruption in boxing and you'll find it. But for what it's worth, man, yeah, I felt Pacquiao won the fight. But people say, what do I think should happen now? I kind of think there should just be a rematch, or maybe they should just say fuck it and walk away. Like, I can't tell you that. I'd like to see a rematch, but a lot of people won't pay. They say a lot of people won't pay to see that. They say that Bradley should just go and hand the belt over to Pacquiao, and that I don't know. If I put myself in that situation, would I give the belt back? Probably not. Would you give the belt back? Probably not. Right? You would certainly offer a rematch, but you wouldn't just give the belt back. But that's what it is. Another thing I should bring up is basically is Pacquiao. My thing is this: like, Pacquiao was supposed to be a killer. I still think, he's supposed to be a killer, right? Pacquiao's supposed to just dominate and murder motherfuckers. Like, have you seen his last fights? Like, people don't come out looking good when Pacquiao fights. Like, he's broken bones and ended careers and stuff like that. And people say he's been on a slide. Well, my thing is this, Pacquiao. You fought an opponent that you were technically better than, was a better puncher than, you were a better boxer, you were a better athlete on the night, and he had 2 broken feet, and you couldn't put him away? Pacquiao, what does that say about you? Like, I mean, you kind of see what I'm saying? Like, yes, you did win the fight, you know, as far as the court of public opinion, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, you are a better fighter, and he had 2 broken feet, and you still couldn't put him away? You want to, I don't know, just based on what I've seen lately, man, you want to slide, bruh. I don't know, like, and hopefully, you know, but for what it's worth, now this is looking better for Mayweather. I can't tell you all the stuff that's gonna happen with that, but you know, now Mayweather's in jail, and now he's saying that, you know, he needs to be on house arrest because now he's all strong. He's been 12 days in jail, and all of a sudden he's anemic and shit. But you know, that's just a part of the legal ploy to, you know, if you didn't, that's part of the plan to say that. But for what it's worth, man, if you got a game Mayweather versus that Pacquiao that we saw against Bradley, or against certainly the Marquez Pacquiao, but even against that Pacquiao that we saw against Bradley, done. Mayweather all the way. But that's just my little 2 cents on the fight, man. For what it's worth, I like MMA better anyway. As you see, in a lot of my things I like MMA. But, you know, for what it's worth, if you want, y'all could just, you know, hop over, see what's going on with the UFC or Strikeforce, and, you know, make it happen, make it pop. But with that, that's my little 2 cents, man. Don't mean nothing to nobody, but, you know, get at your boy. Oh, at Raday Leavy, at my Twitter handle, Raday Leavy Facebook, Raday Leavy MySpace, RadayLeavy.com, Raday Leavy all day, every day, all time, and with that, Raday out.